Most of us spend decades working and dreaming of a day when we can retire. But when we finally arrive at our post-work destination, it's not unusual to find ourselves in a world of surprises. Knowing what to expect in advance can help you prepare for and adjust to life in your golden years. Following are some key things no one tells you about before you retire. Housing will remain your biggest expense. Many retirees dream of paying off their mortgage so they will be free to spend their money on travel and other activities. But the reality is that housing likely will remain the biggest expense in your budget for as long as you live. Retirees in 4 separate age cohorts all said they spent more money on maintaining a home than anything else, according to a survey by the Employee Benefit Research Institute. In every age group, housing was cited as the top cost by at least 42% of respondents. No other expense, not even healthcare, was even close. Some of this cost pain may be self-inflicted. Merrill Lynch and AgeWave surveyed 3,000 retirees and found that 30% of those who moved during retirement purchased a larger and presumably more expensive home than their previous digs. Work will not end, it will simply change. You will probably work in retirement, and not just because you have to. More than 70% of people say they want to work during retirement, according to the findings of Work and Retirement, Myths and Motivations, a joint study by Merrill Lynch and AgeWave. As you age, chances are good that the nature of work will change, though. The study found that 3 in 5 retirees plan to launch a new line of work that differs from what they have done in the past. Working retirees also are 3 times more likely than pre-retirees to own their own business. If you've never volunteered before, you won't start in retirement. About 90% of Americans say they would like to do volunteer service for someone or some cause that needs their help, but just 25% actually do so, according to the Stanford Center on Longevity. When asked why they don't follow through on the wish to help, Americans most commonly cite a lack of free time. Yet, retirees with plenty of time on their hands do not volunteer at rates that are any higher than those of workers. And among people who never volunteered during their working years, just 1/3 finally begin volunteering during retirement. Retirement can be lonely for single men. In some ways, retirement is more challenging for women because they live longer than men. They will have to stretch the funds from their nest eggs over a longer period. To make matters worse, women generally start with less in retirement savings than men do. But women who are single have one big advantage over their male counterparts: they are less likely to be lonely. Just 48% of retired men who live alone say they are very satisfied with the number of friends they have, according to an analysis of Pew Research Center survey findings. However, a robust 71% of women who live alone are satisfied with the number of friends they keep. Health issues likely will catch you by surprise. Slightly more than 1/3 of retirees, 34%, say health problems have put a damper on their retirement years, according to a survey from the Nationwide Retirement Institute. And 75% of those folks say their health problems emerged sooner in life than they expected. To make matters worse, 1/4, 24%, say health-related expenses keep them from living the retirement of their dreams. Such sobering numbers underscore why many people would benefit from opening a health savings account and stashing as much cash as possible into that HSA. As you grow older, you will feel younger. Everyone has heard the cliché, "You're only as old as you feel." If that is true, here is some good news for retirees. Paradoxically, the older people get, the younger they are likely to feel, according to Growing Old in America, Expectations versus Reality, a paper from the Pew Research Center. For example, among people ages 18 to 29, about half say they feel their age, 1/4 feel older than their age, and another 1/4 feel younger. However, among those 65 and older, 60% say they feel younger than their age and 32% say they feel exactly their age. Just a scant 3% say they feel older than their age. your early golden years might not gleam as you had hoped. Nearly one-third of recent retirees, 28%, say life is worse in retirement than it was during their working years, according to the Nationwide Retirement Institute survey. What is the source of this gloom and doom? Money or lack thereof. Among those who lament post-work life, 78% cite a lack of income and 76% cite a high cost of living as the top factors in giving them the blues during their golden years. Initial disappointment will give way to later satisfaction. If you are among those disappointed with retirement, take heart. As with so many things, retirement is what you make it. You can take steps to boost your overall satisfaction with life during your golden years. For example, researchers at the University of Exeter in the United Kingdom found that people who volunteer are less likely to be depressed and more likely to be satisfied with life. There is even evidence that volunteers live longer. So, if retirement has got you down, stop gazing at your navel and start looking outward at ways to help others. A lot of other research has found that a happy marriage and spending time with close family and friends can greatly boost retirement satisfaction. Even if you don't take steps to make yourself happy, you might just end up feeling joyous anyway. The Pew Research Center found that 45% of adults 75 and older believe life has turned out better than they expected. Just 5% say it has turned out worse.